Now, keep in mind, when I do these lists, these are, again, my personal opinion. So if there's any I've left out, then leave some in the comments. So, yeah. So, yeah. The United States Championship it's been a pretty good championship over the years, okay? So, I mean, sure, it's not been the best. It's had its ups and downs in its lifetime. I mean, in WCW's banner, he had good wrestlers like Steve Austin. And he had guys like Steve Austin hold it. In WWE's version, you have John Cena who used the U.S. title as a vehicle to become WWE champion. So that's pretty good. So honestly, this gave me the thought: what are my favorite U.S. title matches? Well, it's time for me to go over it. Buckle up, buckaroos. It's about to get serious. Number 10. Legitimately every single John Cena U.S. Open Challenge. Now, I'm sorry, I couldn't narrow this down to just one, okay? I just couldn't, alright? Any match between in Cena's legendary Open Challenges, any of those matches deserve it. So I'm going to put every single one in number 10. Because I could have just made this list entirely out of John Cena Open Challenges, but I'm not doing that. You're welcome. So I'm just putting number 10 be Cena's Open Challenges. Hold on. Don't want you to see my arm, but anyways, yeah. Here's the thing, alright? Mid-carders, right? You know those things? Those guys who barely get any attention? I thought you would. Here's the thing, alright? John Cena did an Open Challenge, which kind of silenced his critics, where he was like, yeah, you bring a mid-carder out here and I can wrestle him and give him some good exposure. And it was like, awesome. I had to put it on the list. I'm sorry, okay? The first ever U.S. title match, number 9 is the first ever U.S. title match at Vengeance 2003. Okay, sue me, okay? Again, these are just my opinion, okay? But seeing Eddie Guerrero win the championship and becoming the first ever United States champion under the WWE banner, it's a pretty good visual, because sadly he's no longer with us today. So that's kind of a plus, might I say. While I prefer his WWE championship reign a little bit more, his U.S. title reign was pretty good, though. I will say that. The next one is AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens at SummerSlam. Okay, again, my opinion only, okay? That was number 8, by the way. I'm sorry, I just liked the match, okay? It was one of the best rivalries that WWE had all year. It would lead to a possible a match between Shane, Daniel Bryan, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at Mania. And I thought the match where Daniel Bryan returned was great. And the match at SummerSlam kind of was the building blocks to it. But if anything, this is the most recent example on the list, by the way. The reason it's not, higher on the list is there are a lot better matches than this, believe me. Here's number 7 is Chris Benoit versus Chavo Guerrero at Armageddon 2006. Now, obviously, that's probably a match I'm probably never going to see again for the rest of my life. Because, considering what Benoit did, I mean, you're not going to erase history, but it'd be difficult for WWE to promote him, but that was a story for another day. Benoit was one of the best wrestlers of his time, and I feel dirty for just saying that. But yeah. Armageddon 2006, Benoit versus Chavo. You're not gonna see it on the network, but do seek these matches out if you can, because they're wrestling at its best. Okay. We're at 6, right? Yeah, we're at 6. Number 6 is Finlay versus William Regal on Great American Bash 2006. Now, she's always. I don't know. It's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't know what it is. but I'm doing it anyways. Benoit is again in this one, where MVP versus Chris Benoit at Judgment Day 2007, 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, surprisingly, this was a match where MVP came out on top. Surprisingly, it wasn't exactly like it's tied 1-1 and it's going down to the finish. No. No, what happened was that MVP went like 2-0. It was like 2-0, no joke. It was like, I don't know. Again, that's a guilty pleasure for me. And yeah, he had a pretty long race champion until Dean Ambrose broke the record, but whatever. Anyways, here we go. That was 5, by the way. If I did, I don't remember if I mentioned that. This one took place on Velocity, no joke. Benoit versus Regal, Velocity 2005. Now, let me just say for the record, okay? If a championship match was going to take place on Velocity, chances are that championship match will be for the Cruiserweight Championship or for any worthless championship on the planet. He was looking at the Universal title. Surprisingly, this is the closest thing to a fight that I've seen, because they were like doing this the entire time. They were just headbutting each other like really hard. And it's like, are they headbutting? Like, it was so stiff that it's like, well, are they headbutting each other for real? You know, it's like, wow, just wow. That was 4, by the way. Number 3, Rusev John Cena, not the one you're thinking of, the one at Payback, the I Quit match. Now, sheesh Louise. Personally, in my opinion, this match is pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, it does have Rusev and John Cena, two wrestlers I personally enjoy. So that's a plus. I Quit match. I like I Quit matches. Plus. It builds up to a feud later down the line. Even if it was awful, plus. Yes, that was eventually the build up to the Rusev, Ziggler, Summer Rae, and Lana angle. I hated that angle, by the way. Number 2, John Cena versus The Big Show. WrestleMania 20. These are just my opinions, okay? I'm gonna get a lot of dislikes for this, I can tell you. But let me try to explain this as best I can, okay? I think it's funny that I had a Velocity one in here, though. I'm sorry, these are just my opinions. Cena versus Big Show. I mean, this is when John Cena was part of his Dr. Thugonomics gimmick. Just probably the match that makes him memorable. What makes the match memorable is where Cena had like this chain. Referee says he can't use it, so because there was Nux in the ring, grabs Nux, hits the Big Show with it, throws it away, hits an attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3, he wins. Number 1, WrestleMania 31, Cena versus Rusev. Again, these are just my opinions. Okay? I'm sorry, okay? I'm really sorry. This is the end of my YouTube channel. I am done. I'll try to explain this as best I can. Personally, this is a big one, considering that the U.S. title hadn't been on a line in a long time at WrestleMania. So yeah. The last time the U.S. title was defended before that point was the match between Benoit and I believe it was. Hold on, let me check. I gotta remember. No, I was right. It was MVP. Okay. Before that, at 24, 25, 26, 27. I mean, 27 was defended on the pre-show, but I don't count pre-shows. 28, 29, and 30, the belt wasn't defended. 31 broke that streak. Yes, I know Bryan and Sheamus wrestled in a dark match at the event for the title, but that happened on the pre-show, so I don't count it. Okay, sue me. Yeah, Cena, and not to mention Cena and Rusev was actually kind of good in my opinion. I'd recommend watching it because it's actually kind of good. It's not like Savage. It's not like Eddie Flair Steamboat matches, but it's good. Okay, please watch it. Just saying.